name's Evelyn. I will be your moderator.
My name is Charlotte. I'll be your scorekeeper. My name is Chloe. I will be your second scorekeeper.
And we have MJ over there on the live stream, making sure that all your friends back home are watching this match. We are going to start, as we often do, with the buzzer check. We'll start over here with US Midwest. Is everyone ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Toss of one. Thank you. This ruler was presented with a document stating 5 goals the charter owed. In 1868, a renewal that occurred under this emperor led to the end of the Han domain system and the samurai class. For 10 points, name this.
Emperor Meiji.
That is correct for US Midwest. Toss of 2. Leonid Kulik led the first research expedition into this disaster and discovered an area of scorched branchless trees thanks to local Evenki hunters. A similar event to this disaster occurred in 2013 near the city of Chelyabinsk. Prior to this disaster, a bright blue light was observed near Lake Baikal, Washington. Answer?
Chernobyl.
Incorrect. For 10 points, name this meteor airburst which devastated rural Siberia in 1908, the largest impact event in recorded human history.
Siberian meteor shower.
No, it's the Tunguska. Okay, so we're moving on to toss of 3. One of this author's plays features the line, "What a piece of work is man," and includes the character Polonius. In another of this author's works, a character cries, "Out, damn spot," while hallucinating blood on her hands.
Shakespeare?
Correct for Washington. Okay. Toss of 4. The victors at this battle continued to fight when the XGE signal was raised to surrender. At this battle, Zinovy Rozhestvensky was wounded after sailing over 18,000 nautical miles to engage his opponents. This battle featured a crossing of the T and a victory.
Battle of Trafalgar?
Incorrect. For Togo Heihachiro. For 10 points, name this 1905 battle, which was the final naval battle of the Russo-Japanese War. No discussion. Answer? Okay, that's time. It's the Battle of Tsushima. We also would have expected the Battle of the Sea of Japan.
And that was like the Baltic fleet. It was like, coming for you, and Japan's like, no, you won't.
Okay, so we are going to move on to toss of 5. The Hartford Convention was accused of supporting this action, which was ruled unconstitutional in the Supreme Court case Texas v. White.
Burning the American?
Incorrect. This action was threatened during the nullification crisis.
Secession?
Correct for US Midwest. 6. Works from this set include Selene Horse and Caryatid from the Erechtheion. This set of works, which was named for a Scottish earl, was originally part of the Parthenon.
The Elgin Marbles.
Correct for Washington. Toss of 7. Following the communist revolt in a former state named for this city, an election was held to replace M.K. Volody as leader. Following the creation of a second Telugu-speaking state, this Dravidian city.
Bombay?
Incorrect. A twin of Secunderabad briefly became the capital of 2 states, one being Andhra. Correct for Washington. And toss of 8, final toss of order. This monarch's reign included the annexation of Portugal in 1580, uniting the Iberian Peninsula. Correct for Washington.
All right, at the end of the first quarter, we have the U.S. Midwest with 20 and Washington with 40.
Cool. Any protests?
Right. All right, any questions?
Just concerns. Okay, we're going to move on. Just a reminder, when you give me your bonus answer, please say final or direct, so I know it's your final. Okay? Okay, here we go. Toss up 1. This man whose government controversially launched the White Terror fought one war following the breakdown of the First United Front. Correct.
Chiang Kai-shek?
Correct. U.S. Midwest. Get the bonus. Chiang Kai-shek was the longtime leader of this Chinese political party.
Kuomintang.
That's your final?
Yeah.
That's correct. Okay, toss 2. In this war, early defeat by American warships taught the Mongol Sanghi Rinchen how to fire accurately on Europeans at Dagu. Harry Parks tried to end this war before he and his entourage were thrown in Xianfeng's torture chamber. Prince Gong conceded to Britain and France in this war after the Summer Palace was destroyed.
Legation. Opium.
Prompt.
Second.
Correct. Okay, bonus. Commodore Josiah Tawtall violated American neutrality at Dagu by towing British ships, but he is more famous for ordering the 1862 destruction of this ironclad that fought the USS Monitor at Hampton Roads.
Stonewall?
It's your final?
Yep.
Incorrect. It's the CSS Virginia or the USS Mariner. Toss of 3. This politician gained national attention after defeating 10-term incumbent Joe Crowley in the 2018
The AOU?
Incorrect. Democratic primary. This member of the so-called squad has advocated for a Green New Deal and co-sponsored legislation related to climate justice and economic reform. For 10 points, name this young Hispanic U.S. representative from New York's 14th district.
AOC.
That's correct. Very close. Very close.
I said AOU, not AOC.
It's a sideways. Okay, bonus for Washington. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's AOC's congressional district is located in this New York City borough, the home of the U.S.'s first urban national park, Van Cortlandt Park. Answer?
Staten Island?
What's your final?
Yes.
No, it's the Bronx. Okay, toss up 4. This community, which uses the epistles of wisdom, does not permit conversion from outsiders. Though this religious group is Abrahamic, they believe in reincarnation, and the Lebanese government considers these Arabs to be Muslims, though they disagree.
Druze.
Correct. For Washington. Okay, bonus. Another religious minority group of the Levant that believes in reincarnation are these people of northwestern Syria who split from Shiism and whose adherents include the al-Assad family.
Sufi?
That's final. No, it's the Alawites.
Alawite.
Or Alawi.
I thought that's what it sounds. No, it's more like this.
So we're moving on to toss up 5. This person ordered the removal of the statue of slave trader Robert Milligan. This person introduced a controversial ultra-low emission zone in 2019. This man defeated conservatives Susan Hall and Sean Bailey in re-election campaigns and has also supported the expansion of Gatwick Airport. For 10 points, name this British-Pakistani politician.
Was she soon at?
Served as the mayor of London since 2016.
Johnson?
No, it's Sadiq Khan.
Oh. Good guess.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Toss up 6. Ulrich Ali used Andrea Doria's absence at this battle to destroy the Knights of Malta. This battle saw the crew of the Real under a crucified
Lepanto?
Correct. Bonus. Ali Pasha gave the standard of the Knights of Malta and news of defeat at Lepanto to this sultan, who is sometimes nicknamed for his love of alcohol, which led him to break his skull in a fall.
Did I get on the stairs?
Answer?
By Selim?
Prompt?
The Grim? Selim the Grim?
No, we would have accepted Salim the Second, Salim the Blonde, Salim the Sot, or Salim the Drunkard. No. Too much to the Johnny Dogs.
Of course, they're saying because I think Selim would have been accepted.
Okay, we can put that in. Well, we have a second was underlined. So
Maybe Selim the Grim is the same person. Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, you want to stop us.
Because they sound similar. But some differences. Alright, so we had Jets and basically,
And the top is
six. We need front answer.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
that was in the live stream.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely.
Scratch the grammar. But I'm still gonna protest.
okay. So are what are you?
So
are you
maybe some
protesting that it's equivalent? Your answer is correct and our packet is wrong.
equivalent.
Okay. All right. I've just submitted it. We'll hang tight till we get an answer. You probably use that.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's only it doesn't look
They were right? And they were saying that they were like
They're saying the
selling the seconds and drunkards. There were two more selling. They're saying that I can't
same person or not?
seconds in the grid.
Okay, got it.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
This has a wild names.
It's actually
Next
it's one of the modern.
Guys, gotta look in the live stream, okay? Okay, guys, you look at the live stream. You see, they look really pretty magnificent. This button is.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That's crazy. That is so cool.
All right. Protest was denied. We are proceeding. You win.
So no. But what is point?
I'm setting the buzzer. Buzzer on. Sure. Right now, Midwest is with 50 and Washington 70.
What question number?
7. Ooh. Okay.
Or not again.
Neo-dictator leader Habib Bourguiba was this country's first president ruling for 3 decades. A leader in this country was ousted in a 2011 uprising following the self-immolation of Mubarak.
Tunisia?
Correct. Washington. Okay. So, while Tunisia's post-Arab Spring democracy lasted a decade, this other African country briefly experienced democracy following its 2011 revolution under Mohamed Morsi, who was ousted by Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in 2013.
I guess Libya. Libya?
No, it's Egypt.
Wait. Sorry.
Into toss of 8. After the Paraguayan War, this ruler's popularity declined as Republican sentiment grew among military officers. The Golden Law signed by this ruler's daughter.
Wait, is it Don Pedro II?
Correct. For U.S. Midwest. Here's your bonus. Pedro II belonged to this royal house that ruled Portugal and Brazil, whose first Brazilian monarch, João VI, relocated the Portuguese
House of
court.
Gonza?
That's correct. Correct. Right. We're checked. All right. We have at the end of the second quarter, U.S. Midwest was 70 and Washington with 80s. Okay. Any protests before I give the categories for quarter 3? Okay. So that means that Washington, you get to select first, and okay. You get to select first. These are your 3 categories you can choose from: 20th century Iran, Cyprus, and Abigail Adams.
Savage to say I might have John Adams. Savage. What was the
20th century Iran, Cyprus, or Abigail Adams?
Routine. 14 words. I was kind of upset wearing my jeans. I don't know. I know that.
Abigail Adams. Okay. Okay. So once I start reading the first question, I'll have 60 seconds. Ready? And just remember to say final. Yep. Okay. Okay, here we go. Concerning the life of Abigail Adams, name thee. Number 1, present-day state in which she spent much of her life, governor from Boston.
Massachusetts.
Correct. Highest position she held as the wife of John Adams.
First lady.
Correct. Politician whom Adams called a man ambitious as Julius Caesar years before he died in a duel with Aaron Burr. Correct. Set of 4 acts Adams defended, which allowed for the critics of the government and non-citizens to be imprisoned.
Alien and Sedition Acts?
Correct. Word she used to describe what all men would be if they could.
Tyrants. Tyrants, well?
Correct. And 3-word phrase she asked her husband to do so that unlimited power would not be put into the hands of her husband.
Ladies. Remember the ladies?
Correct. Okay. So we move on to U.S. Midwest.
20th century Iran.
Okay.
Right?
Correct. That's
Taking a gamble with just the time scales of different measures. That's for. Yeah, Persian. That's what's great. Desperate master.
Okay, U.S. Midwest, you ready? This is the final. Okay, here we go. Concerning the history of Iran in the 20th century, name the number 1 type of facility that serves as a headquarters for U.S. diplomats, one of which in Iran was the site.
Embassy.
Correct. Capital city of Iran.
Tehran.
Correct. Historical name of what became Iran.
Khoja.
It's final. Correct. Former supreme leader of Iran who came to power in 1979.
Ayatollah Khomeini. It's final.
Correct. Diplomatic conflict involving Iran and Afghanistan fought between Britain and Russia between 1813 and 1907. Correct. And revolution named for a color that names a series of reforms undertaken by Shah Reza Pahlavi in 1963.
I feel like it's not to mean the white revolution. Wow.
Correct. Wow. Both teams chose your categories very.
All right, so we are still at a 10-point difference. We have U.S. Midwest with 150, Washington with 160.
I told you were gonna go down that easy. First gonna show it all.
All right, good luck. So we're moving into quarter 4. Every question important. I will let you know 30, 20, or 10 points, depending on where you answer the question. Everybody ready? Buzzers reset. Okay, good luck. Top of the line. This dynasty entered a terminal decline after a disastrous attempt to conquer the Goguryeo kingdom. This dynasty,
The Tang Dynasty?
incorrect. This dynasty unified China with the surrender of the Chen dynasty, ending the Northern and Southern dynasties periods. A project built during this dynasty successfully linked the Yangtze and Yellow River basins and was constructed during the reign of Emperor Wen. The Grand Canal was constructed during, for 10 points, what short Chinese dynasty which preceded the Tang?
The song.
No.
It's the Swedes!
Correct. Wait. Just a reminder, make sure that you are not being not being distracted.
Little Swedes.
No conferral. No conferrals at all for these questions. Not at all. Before and after is fine, but not during. Okay? Not during at any point. Okay, toss of 2. The Tapitan China Yap Alloy founded the city and grew the brick industry at brickfields after Swettenham required buildings to be built from brick. Lost seats to the Garakan caused riots in this city's 13th May incident. The city's Merdeka Stadium was where Tunku Abdul Rahman declared independence. Mahathir Mohamad opened this city's Petronas Towers.
Kuala Lumpur.
Correct.
150, 170. 150, 170.
Toss of 3. This director adapted the book 13 Hours for a 2016 film about 6 members of the Annex security team in Libya, subtitled The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. In 2002, an MI6 informant fabricated intel about Iraq using an inaccurate depiction of chemical weapons from one of this director's films, The Raw. For 10 points, name this director of big-budget Hollywood features such as Pearl Harbor and the Transformers franchise.
Coppola.
Incorrect.
We should watch that movie.
Okay, that's time. It's Michael Bay. Yeah. Okay, toss it 4. This civilization's language was used to transmit oral traditions such as the tale of the IR brothers and is still an official language of 2 countries. The civilization's administrative efficiency partly depended on a system of colored cords and knots called quique.
The Inca.
Correct for 20.
And you're tied.
Okay.
Second.
All right. 5. The Quartine Association merged with this group under Oliver Cromwell. After the Ganj Isawai was stolen by Henry Avery, this organization compensated Aurangzeb for all losses. In 1757, this organization was able to annex Bihar and Orissa after the
Crown for Confederacy.
incorrect.
The British East India Company.
That's correct for 20.
Very much. 90, 170. That noise was making myself.
It's okay.
Why?
Don't listen.
Okay, toss of 6. This figure, who resides in a realm called Takamagahara, is said to have sent a crow god named Yatagarasu to guide one of her descendants in the Nihon Shoki. This figure, with the moon deity of Tsukuyomi and the storm god of Susanoo,
Amaterasu.
correct for 20.
And we're tied again.
Bro, there's literally flashbacks. That's Fagan's last game. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
How many?
ready? Okay, toss of 7. Under this leader, Carlos Ibanez del Campo concluded a copper nationalization movement. The Schneider Doctrine allowed for this man's election by keeping the army apolitical. Robert Super led the tank putsch against this leader, who gave his farewell speech while La Moneda Palace was surrounded.
I ended.
Correct.
This question doesn't matter.
Okay, toss of 8.
Yeah.
Possibly the one.
And the last one.
During this war, Richard Summers was placed in charge of a floating volcano and accompanied by Joseph Israel. In this war, William Eaton and Presley O'Bannon led mercenaries from Alexandria across the desert to win the Battle of Derna. Yusuf Karamanli signed a treaty to end this war, which featured a raid using the Intrepid to destroy the Philadelphia.
Herbivores?
Prompt.
First herbivore?
Correct. Final scores.
All right, final scores. We have our second place finisher with 190 points, the U.S. Midwest team. Washington, we have Keaton, Ishan, and Everest.